All right. Hello there. It's Melissa. I am coming to you because some of you might have been wondering where I was when I was supposed to be live streaming from the Humane Society. And a couple of you saw that it did eventually come. Videos posted on our page, so you can go ahead and check it out there. Unfortunately, I did not realize that I didn't press start. So I missed that. And unfortunately, I missed the wonderful conversation that I had with Jackie, who's in charge of operations at the Stark County Humane Society. Wonderful lady. She did an awesome job, and I'm so upset that I didn't get that. But I'm going to go ahead and go through the few questions that I had and answer them so you guys can see those and get that information, because I actually learned a lot from going there and speaking to her today, things that I didn't know. So first I asked what the origins of the Stark County Humane Society were. And I guess that they originated to help horses because, horses were our mode of transportation and so forth. And was to help rescue horses or horses that were being displaced. And it was like 100 years ago that the Humane Society started. So it's evolved over time according to the needs. They still have people come with pigs and goats. There was a guinea pig, I think last week that was. So it's not just cats and dogs. They do get other animals. I asked if the Stark County Humane Society was related to other county humane societies. They are not. They are all separate organizations because they are nonprofit, so they all have their own board of directors and so forth, but they do work together. She also mentions that some of them work hand in hand with the dog warden. Stark County does not work directly with them as far as the dogs that go in there automatically go to the shelter, but they do work. They do work alongside them and work with them. What is the mission of the Stark County Humane Society? Well, it's to help the animals, to provide the best quality life possible for them, and to help to get them back to health and help them to find homes where they can live. I'm not sure who's... Oh, hey, Mel. So I did a classic Melissa, and when I went to the Humane Society, I totally missed my whole conversation with Jackie, who's in charge of the Humane Society. Didn't realize it until far into after she had went back to work and so forth. So I decided to come home and just go ahead and answer those questions. Okay, so I asked her what are the different ways that a person can help the Humane Society fulfill its mission. And there are tons of volunteer opportunities. You can, of course, come and help take care of the animals. You can walk the dogs. There's actually a kitty room where some of the kitties, they call them sweet and sours. So they're sweet, but they can be very sour too. They actually have a rocking chair in that room. You can sit there and read. You can sit with the dogs in their kennels and give them attention or play with them. You can also, I guess, if you would like, actually take some of the animals to places like nursing homes. So not only are you helping the animal to go out and get socialized and get that attention that they love, but you also are helping the people in the nursing home. They love to see the animals. So if you are interested in volunteering, you need to contact them, and they have 2 days that they do an orientation. Saturday, I think it was at 10:45. I'm not sure. I do know it's on their website. And on Sunday at 1:45. So you need to participate in that first. There is a liability waiver that you have to sign. Any child over the age of 15, I believe, it was 16 to 18, they are able to volunteer on their own with the permission of an adult. The kids under 16, they would prefer that an adult be with them while they're volunteering, of course. Okay, and so the Humane Society has a foster program where the animals with special needs, or but such as medical, maybe they just had surgery, or maybe they're very, very young, like the itty bitty kittens that still need fed and so forth like that. They go and live at foster homes, and the foster parents take care of them. I've heard of this before with outside networks, and then what seems to happen is the animal never leaves because they don't find a place for them. With the Humane Society, once the animal is of age or better, ready to be adopted, they actually go back to the Humane Society to go ahead and be placed in there for adoption. And if you're interested in fostering, then go ahead and contact the Humane Society. Some of the educational and pet therapy programs they have, again, it goes with the volunteers. They can go to places like schools, or you could probably do it with the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, church groups, and teach the kids about how to care for pets, how to interact with pets properly, to make sure that the animal does not get scared. What we see a lot of times are the kids going too quickly towards a dog or pulling at their hair, and no one's making them stop. I don't want my hair pulled. You probably don't. So I can understand why an animal would get upset. And so we need to teach children how to interact with them. I did not know this, but Jackie shared with me that it's really good to not just pet your animal just like a normal pet. It's very good to hug them and, rough play and stuff like that, and act like a 2 or 3 year old would with them. Don't hurt them, of course, but a 2 or 3 year old would be a little more rambunctious. Then they'll be used to those moves, where if they're used to you just calmly petting them and that's about it, they get startled around children, and when they have those quick sudden moves that they're not used to, then they get on their guard, and that's when we have the problems with the animals biting or scratching and so forth. Okay, so I asked her to give us some tips for current and future pet owners to help keep their pets healthy and safe. One of the biggest things she said is to make sure that you go to your pet to the vet regularly, because just like us, your pets need to see their doctor. And what happens when people don't keep them up to date on their shots and their checkups and so forth, then you end up having some major complication, which is much harder to take care of and could be life-threatening, where we could prevent that if we would get them to the vet, get them their medications, get them their shots, make sure that they have flea and tick medication to help help stop them from getting worms. I don't know if you guys know this, but I know that worms actually come from the animals swallowing fleas. So if you're getting their flea and tick medication, then you won't have to worry about that. Hey, Ivan, you want to come say hi? Say hi. Say hi. This is Ivan that I got at the Stark County Humane Society in February, didn't we? Say, oh, I love you. All right. So, if you want to keep up to date with the Stark County Humane Society, see what they're doing. They have tons of events going on constantly, I found. Get on their Facebook page and follow them at the Humane Society of Stark County. They have Instagram and they have a Twitter account. So look them up on there, and you can stay up to date with what they're doing, what animals you have. They post pictures of their animals being adopted with their new families. It's really cool. And they are open. You know what? I'm not sure. I have to look on their website. I hate to say that. But I do know it's like 9 to 6 or something like that, Monday through Friday. And then they have Saturday hours. And they might even have Sunday hours. On the holidays, we did talk about they are closed. But in the afternoon, they have volunteer opportunities where you can come and interact with the animals. It's a great way for the family to finish the holiday and help someone in need, our little animals. And, you know, like she said, after Thanksgiving dinner, it's a great way to work off some of that food. So thanks for bearing with me as I fix these kinks and be me. So go ahead and like me on Facebook, Taejon's Treehouse, Taejon, Treehouse. On Facebook, go to the Humane Society of Stark County's website, like them, follow them, keep up with the events. Come see me on Saturday at Trinity Gospel Temple, right there at the corner of 77 and Tusk. They have a craft show from 10 to 4 on May 4th, this Saturday. I'm going to be there. Taejon's going to be there, so you can see Taejon and meet him. And we will have our items for sale that we are selling to earn our money so we can start a cat cafe. Oh, and that reminds me. One cool thing about the Humane Society that I found, they actually have a cat room where some of the cats are able to walk around and be free. And you can go in there and visit them. I think actually I already mentioned it. But that's what the cat cafe is going to be a lot like. So, you know, once we get the cat cafe going, then hopefully we can get all the animals, or all the cats, sorry, out of cages. Except for, you know, the ones that have to be isolated or have some medical things going on. But once they're ready to go, they can either be in that cat room or they can come to the cat cafe and walk around freely, because no one wants to live in a cage. So I really appreciate you guys' support. I'm hoping to do a live stream every Thursday. We do have the video posted on Facebook from earlier. I think in the future I'm going to try and find like 3 specific cats to talk about and let you guys see, and keep it to that kind of every Thursday, maybe like at 11 or something. So stay tuned for that. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye. Say bye. Say bye.